With me is the Palestine's ambassador to India. So, welcome to WION. My first question to you is about the current situation in Gaza. We have seen a lot of developments coming from Gaza. It has been making international stories as well. But if you can, for our viewers, perhaps give details about the current situation.
I thank you so much indeed for having me today. Indeed, the current situation is miserable, devastating situation. Hunger is striking in Gaza. Many people was already died due to the hunger and starvation. Israeli government, with the full support, of course, with the United States of America and many other Western country, was launching a war. It's not only the bombarding war, but also the starvation war. It's an engineered starvation war that they are launching it against the Palestinian people in Gaza. Just to say that approximately 1,000 Palestinians who was lost their life because they tried to approach the what so-called the humanitarian aid or Gaza humanitarian foundation that was established by Israel, the Israeli army, and the United States of America. This is the main issue that is, of course, is hijacking or hijacking the discourse right now around the world. The starvation, the death of the people due to the hunger that or madman hunger by Israel. Also, when it came to the Gaza today, more than 80% of Gaza building and infrastructure was completely leveled. More than 95% of the Gazan people is internally displaced people. The vast majority of them is living in tent and under the plastic tent, I mean. And the situation is, to be very frank, is a completely unhuman situation.
So, what's your expectation from India? India has been a long-standing partner of the Palestinian people. India has been supporting a lot of projects as well in the past. India has supported the refugee organization as well with the monetary support as well. So, what's your expectation currently from India amidst the situation in Gaza?
Let me back to stress that India used to be a very strong supporter to the Palestinian question in the United Nations and in the Human Rights Council and other international multilateral arenas, so that India used to be and is still being a good supporter and strong supporter to the Palestinian people. But still, in this miserable situation that we are enduring in Palestine, in the entire Palestine, we still look to India because of it is very heavy and very strong political weight. We're still looking to India to do more in this particular issue. We are in discussion. We already discussed this issue with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. We look for India to pressure Israel to stop withholding the Palestinian tax money, which means that because the Israelis right now is withholding the Palestinian tax money for more than 3 months. Of course, part of it is for more than many years. We are talking about $2 billion that still withheld by the Israeli government, so that we need India. And just yesterday, President Abbas sent a clear message and a personal message to His Excellency Narendra Modi, calling him to use his, of course, political leverage to pressure Israel to, of course, to free the Palestinian, the Palestinian tax money, and also to use his leverage as a prime minister. And when it came to India, the prime minister himself had a strong and very good relation. We would like to with Israel, that we look forward to utilize it for the benefit of the Palestinian people. Also, President Abbas in his letter asked for using this leverage or this good relation with Israel to make sure that there is a humanitarian aid to enter Gaza, because again, to stop the starvation. I had discussed this issue also a few days ago with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. We call for India to provide a very important supplementary nutrition to the children, but not to provide it only, but to make or to use it as political pressure, to use it as a political good relation with Israel to make sure that this will enter Gaza, because again, we have thousands of loads, of trucks loads, which is sitting outside the border of Gaza that unfortunately the Israeli are not allowing it to enter. For example, UNRWA itself is talking about 3 months have a humanitarian aid that can satisfy Gaza for 3 months, which is, but unfortunately they are not able to take it or to take it to Gaza because of the Israeli blockade. So back to India, we look forward to India to use it is very heavy political weight, to use it as a good relation with Israel, to make some political pressure and the pressure for the benefit of the Palestinian people.
So you made a very important and interesting point, especially regarding to the letter that was sent by the Palestinian side to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Is there a specific occasion that the letter was sent, or is it a general outreach by the Palestinian leadership to the Indian leadership amidst the situation in Gaza? And you talked about India using its political weight. India has a good relationship with Israel. So what kind of expectations you have when it comes to India leveraging its position with Israel when it comes to the situation in Gaza?
Again, when it came to India, we know I served in the United Nations for 8 years, and I know that how much India, I believe how much India have a political weight when it came to the political arena, international political arena. India is the champion of the South-South Cooperation. India is the upcoming economic power. India is one of the establishers of BRICS. And when you talk about India, there is many things to talk about it, which prove that India have a key player when it came to the global political arena. So that we again look forward to India, and we are calling for India and President Abbas in a specific special letter to His Excellency the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, calling for the 2 issues that I already mentioned it. So we look for India to use, again, it is heavy political weight worldwide for the benefit of the Palestinian people, to set an end to the starvation war that Israel is launching it, to set an end to the blockade that Israel the Palestinian were enduring long time ago, to set an end to the terrorist attack by the settler Israeli in West Bank, to set an end to the withholding and blocking the Palestinian tax revenue, tax money in Israel.
So what's the status of the Indian infrastructure projects, community projects in Palestine, both in West Bank and in Gaza? If you can give a status update.
Yes, India was invested, so long time ago, since the peace process was started, India was heavily invested in the infrastructure in the Palestinian territory, in particular in Gaza, and West Bank. India had a library, for example, in Gaza, Jawaharlal Nehru library in Gaza, and many other infrastructure, but unfortunately it was completely destroyed. Right now there is many project is still running and still funding by India. One of it, we are discussing it, and in the process to implement it is in a hospital in the north of West Bank. So that there is a lot of a project, and India, to be very frank, India and the Indian people is very generous in this regard. And I'm pretty sure in the day after the war, the end of the war, the Israeli-American war on Gaza, India will be there, and India will do a great job.
I know the politics of Palestine, but this is a question that many in India would like to see or ask. India has concerns over Hamas, especially in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. India has concerns over Pakistan. So any comments on that?
No, we the Palestinians used to say that we have our own concern as a Palestinian Liberation Organization. And the relation between India was started long time ago between India and the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Then when we converted to become a state, India was recognized as a state. Then once we established the Palestinian Authority, India invested heavily in the Palestinian Authority. So that, again, the main issue should be, or the main concern, or the main issue should be monitored not through what one of the Palestinian or one of the Indian political fraction is talking about the other side. There is on the macro level, there is Indian government, the state of India state as a state, and the Palestinian Liberation Organization. We have a very strong and a very good relation, which based on full respect of the sovereignty of India's, of course, territory, Indian government, Indian people themselves. The issue here is we have a unique position as a Palestinian, and we have a declared policy as a Palestinian Liberation Organization. President Abbas, and before President Abbas was the chairman, Yasser Arafat, we have declared very clear policy. We did not intervene of any other country political issue, and we did not under any circumstance try to harm our relation with anyone because we have a good relation with the other one. We are very neutral in this regard. India know our position. Everyone around the world know our position when it came to the Indian, some problematic issue, not only all around the world. We are concentrating in our question as a Palestinian, again, liberation organization. President Abbas is used to say, we did not and will not interfere of any one worldwide issue.
You said that you served in the United Nations. Now, in the United Nations, there is own dynamics. We have seen a number of resolutions at the United Nations where India has abstained. Are you disappointed over that?
Look, we know that, and we used to discuss this issue in a frank manner with the Indian government and the Indian political leaders and the Indian. They have their own concern, but in general, by the end of the day, in general, when you look to the many resolutions that we used to submit as a Palestinian Liberation Organization, as a Palestinian people in the General Assembly table, there is tens of resolutions. We already submitted it, and many of it is a repetitive resolution. We are talking about more than 12 resolutions and sometimes 14 resolutions per year. India is fully supported to this. Yes, India was abstained in some resolution in the past years, but they have their own concern, which we used to negotiate with them in a frank manner. But by the end of the day, we cannot enforce India to do something that they believe that it is against these things will come against their own or their own political interest. But again, India in the macro level, when it came to the United Nations, is still, and I'm pretty sure it will continue to be very supportive of the Palestinian question. Just a few, India also in a very good supporter to the UNRWA, which is taking the UN body that take care of the Palestinian refugees, and they are paying money for its core budget, not for a specific project in the UNRWA itself.
So my last question to you is about the international community. What's your view about the international support you perhaps are looking for, whether it is by the Western world or whether it is by the Arab world as well? Because we have seen the statement that has come earlier today. There is almost no mention of the Arab countries supporting that. So are you disappointed with the Arab world? And what's your view about the Western support you get, especially from the European countries?
Look, there is two things that I would like to mention. The question of Palestine is not related to the Muslim, to the Arab. It's an international question, well-known international questions. The very first one, non-Arab country that to recognize the PLO as the sole and legitimate representative of the Palestinian people was India. India is not an Arab country. India is not so that you cannot. We cannot and we will not accept that someone or anyone to concentrate or to put us in the corner that this is a Muslim or Arabic question. This is a global question, the first. Second, in the United Nations, the very recent and the very important document, that global document that we adopted and agree on it, we said that no one will be left behind. No one should be left behind, which means that when it came to the sustainable development, security, peace, and all of this stuff, no one should be left behind. After 654 days of continuous United States of America, Israel, and many other Western countries, televised genocide, we believe that we already, as a Palestinian, already left it behind.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for giving us an overview about the situation in Gaza and also about what's your expectation from India and the Indian government. Thank you so much, sir.
You are very welcome. Please.
With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Sidhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.